Hello, hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? Thanks for watching. I am so excited tonight. It is the very first episode of the GG show. So thank you so much for joining me. First of all, though, I have to say that it is so good to be back. If you guys have known me for a little while, I did On Chain Gaming, which was a Twitter space from about February 2022 to January of 2023. And it was a weekly show where I talked with games, guilds, metaverses, basically anybody who was building in the Web3 space. And I was thinking about it today as I was going through everything and preparing. And I was like, it's so crazy because back then, even like February 2022, which is just over a little bit over a year ago, we really didn't even have a demo to show or gameplay. A lot of the times when I was interviewing these games and guilds and other entities, we would literally have to talk about the games. We would have to talk about like what chain they're on and what they're building on. And I would have to have them sort of describe and paint a picture of what the game was going to be like. And so it's just amazing to think of how far the space has become, and now it's blown up and it's just amazing. And a lot of the people that I became friends with, during that time, the founders, the other content creators, and the people building in this space, I'm still friends with. So shout out to all you guys, and shout out to everybody here who is still in it, in the thick of it, the ups and the downs. I appreciate you. And I couldn't be more bullish on Web3 gaming. But, I don't do on-chain gaming anymore. But I really wanted to do something, right? I wanted to do something that kind of encompassed more of the space. And so I researched and I thought about it and I observed what was going on. And that's how the GG show came to be. So I did want to show this to you guys really quick here before we get started, because this is really important. This, to me anyway, it's where I came from and where I started in my journey with Web3 gaming. So this is the very first show that I had. It was the Remnants. I don't think this game is around anymore, unfortunately. But as I scroll through, you are going to see a lot of familiar names who are still building. Some of these games are actually out now. They've gone through like multiple iterations, and I see like so many of my friends on here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys! Like I'm just so proud of everybody. And I mean, look at all of this, you guys. We've got like Xborg, Polka Starter. They're actually in my show later. So heads up there. They're doing amazing things. Big Time is about to go with their season. Alluvium is still building. And so we've got all of these people who have just been in this for so long. And it's just, I love to see all of the progress. And that was about my last show, but I did have one right at the beginning of January 2023. So all right, with that, no, we are not going to play on Twitter. But with that, you guys, I do want to give a big shout out to Gokstein Media, the whole entire crew there, especially David and Leslie. You guys, if Gokstein Media, like we are doing amazing things right now. You have to follow the Gokstein account. I especially want to give them big props because Gokstein Media is the one who powered on-chain gaming. So it wouldn't have even been anything that it was without them. And also they're powering the GG show as well. So they're a part of the history too. So big shout out to them. Big shout out to the whole entire Gokstein team. I love you guys. You are all absolutely amazing. And watch out for us. We're coming. Like, and I'm not kidding when I say that. Like 2024 is it's on. It's on right now, but especially coming up, we're just on that cusp, that sweet cusp of the beginning of the new year. So definitely watch out. And I also did want to say that this show is not sponsored. So anything that you see is not because of a sponsorship or anything like that. However, if you would like to sponsor, let me know. And I have some spots open. So without further ado, you guys, we are going to get into news, we're going to do data, and we are going to do a discovery segment. So we've got a lot of news to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So basically, what I did is since this is a weekly wrap up show, I'm going to do the news in a kind of like Web 2, Web 3 tech. I want to encompass it all, like I said before. And so I took all of the news from the past week and I put it together. And we're going to start out with Steam. Steam celebrated their 20th anniversary. That or birthday actually, their 20th birthday. So that is insane. They have a little video in here. I wasn't like too fond of it. What I was fond of is when I started to scroll through everything and I started to see all of these games. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a walk down memory lane." Absolutely love it. Like, look at all of these games. You're gonna start to be like, "Oh my gosh, like this I used to play the hell out of that." Like BioShock, Half-Life, Hitman. There is Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City. So let me know, you guys. Let me know in the comments. There's not a lot of dialogue in this show, and there's not a lot of long monologues. It's a quick show. We're gonna get through it, but I definitely want to hear what you guys think in the comments. And then also, if you want to do live chat, hop on. I'm streaming on Twitch and on YouTube, so that's under Vivid Gaming GG. So that way you can be a part of the chat. And if I see some good comments, I'll put them on the screen and give you guys a little bit of a shout out. But yeah, look at all of these games, you guys. Is there anything that you see on here that was like a defining moment when you're like, yeah, I'm a gamer. Like this, I accept it for what it is. Like Civilization 5, how many freaking hours do I have into that game? Rift, Skyrim. I didn't play that as much, although I wanted to, which is kind of a common trend I found. I've got a lot of games that I want to play, I just haven't. Age of Empires, Dota 2, come on. Like, look at this freaking list. Divinity, that is a really, really good game. I love that game. It's so good. Banish is a great sim game. Fallout 4, Call of Duty. Yeah. By the way, all of these news stories that I'm going to be going over today, I am going to put them into a mega thread. So if you want to dive deeper into any of these stories, just look out for the thread. So turn your notifications on, long story short. And yeah, you can go ahead and scroll through all this. But dang, what a good list of games. All right. The next thing is speaking of Steam, we've got Starfield. Starfield came out pretty recently. I actually haven't played it. And the only reason is because I knew that I would get addicted to it and I have a lot of stuff going on. And so I didn't want to like just push everything to the side and get addicted to it. You know how that goes. And so I've been like living vicariously through my friend Crypto Hotto. Shout out to you, homie. While he plays Starfield, I've kind of like tuned in a little bit. But anyway, so it was so hyped, and then now it's like Starfield is, Bethesda's lowest rated game on Steam. So not like the lowest rated, but like Bethesda's lowest rated. Steam users have given Bethesda's long-awaited Interstellar adventure a lower score than any other title the studio has produced. So did anybody else play this? What did you guys think? Did you finish it? Did you quit on it? Like, what were your thoughts on it? I am curious to see because it's a game that I'm going to keep on my wish list just in case someday I have time to go back and play it. Speaking of Bethesda, they released a new Elder Scrolls mobile game that's basically Fallout Shelter meets Skyrim. And they didn't announce it or anything like that. They basically just put it out and it's not available on Apple yet. So I haven't played it, but it is on Android. And this is what it looks like. So it's definitely got, you can see the Fallout vibes, like the modular. I think my Fallout shelter got to like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember how many, but it seemed like 1,000 levels. It like just kept going and going and going and going. So I really want to play this, but damn it, they need to put it on Apple. And getting into some of the big players in the game. You guys probably did hear about this, but I still wanted to mention it, and that's the fact that Microsoft, okay, it says the leak reveals Microsoft could be about to blow up the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and BNB. And that's basically because there was a leak and it showed an XMAP roadmap from May 2022 that includes support for crypto wallets. Sorry about all these advertisements, but it includes support for crypto wallets. So my question is, if they are going to support crypto wallets in the future, kick ass, let's fucking go, right? But do we really think that they're going to be using Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and BNB? Like a conglomerate like Xbox, I would think that they would either have their own chain or their own token. So, I mean, not to fud any of these, but I don't think that they're going to blow up the price of any of those. I think that if they're going to do any blowing up, it's going to benefit them the most with their own token or their own chain. Okay, and then a little bit of grim news, but Sega canceled Hyenas and other unannounced games. Creative Assembly is facing layoffs. GameStop's new billionaire boss caused for extreme fragility in email to staff. He told the workers that the company has no use for delegators or money wasters. And then we heard that Epic, we'll get to Epic's layoff in a second, but Epic files a US Supreme Court appeal in Apple antitrust case. And so basically, what they are saying is they argued that Apple has unfair monopoly on apps on iOS and its in app purchasing system, allowing the tech giant to make billions on transaction fees. And so, right after this happened, then we heard that they laid off around 900 employees. It wasn't quite 900, but I think it was like 860 or 890 or something like that. But and so I'm wondering if there is any sort of like correlation, like they're like, hey, you're taking too much of our money. Now we're having to like lay a bunch of people off. And then like as the week started to go and roll on a little bit further, then the founder was like, he explained the massive layoffs. He said development and core initiatives are unaffected, but he did say, Sweeney said Epic has been spending more money than it's earned for a long time. He believed it's a phase that could have been overcome without layoffs, but that proved to be wishful thinking. So hopefully they're not in too much money trouble, but we'll see how that kind of plays off. Then even more, game dev accuses Epic of not paying royalties. So what the hell is going on with all these royalties? Hatoful boyfriend creator Hato Moa has tweeted about not receiving royalties from Epic Games since it acquires Mediatonic. Mediatonic is the maker of Fall Guys. So they're like a pretty freaking big entity, right? I don't know dollar wise, but I know that they're big. So Epic said they're looking into the situation and they'll reach out to her. Okay, well, hopefully they get all of that settled away. And by the way, like this is not funding the gaming industry. I do not think that just because of 900 layoffs and I am sorry for anybody who did get laid off. That's obviously terrible, but I don't think that that is an indicator that like gaming is like going to go crumbling down or anything like that. Gaming is bigger than entertainment. Like it's the biggest thing in entertainment. It's bigger than music and movies combined. Gaming is not going anywhere. Maybe there needs to be a little bit of restructuring, but yeah, don't be scared. It'll be all good. Okay, so then speaking of Epic, we've got Assassin's Creed Mirage. Yes, if you are not 17 or above, please close your eyes. But okay, so we've got Assassin's Creed Mirage coming up on Epic. I'm sure it's other places as well, but just as a nice segue, you know how I got to do it. It's coming out on 10/5/23. And you guys, this game, I am freaking excited about it. It looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait. Look at just Look at how beautiful it looks, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, but besides that, here is something that I found very interesting, which you might not know, which is that Assassin's Creed Mirage recreation of 9th century Baghdad is so accurate, it made a historian cry. So they did not pull out any stops when they were creating this world. And it just, I mean, it goes to show the level of detail and why this game is so hyped. Hopefully it's not going to be another Starfield where it's like the lowest rated one that they have released, but it looks like they've really put a lot of time into it. And what I was going to say about this, um, where is it at on here? Well, basically, they were just talking about like the time that this game took place. Uh, it was a really kind of a crazy time. It was one of the 3 places in the world that had more than 1,000,000 inhabitants. And so it's one of those places, like it was a really big place for society and for science and everything like that. So I cannot wait to explore this beautiful city that they have put so much time into. It's probably the game, like Web 2 game, that I am most excited about right now. And then with that, just a little bit more, they are actually going to be doing a stream on Twitch. So that's on October 3rd. Join us on Twitch for exclusive drops, collector's case giveaway, which what is that? Celebrity guest appearances and live gameplay. So that's right before they launch, October 3rd. And then leading into October 4th, if you are a Diablo player, this is a big date for you because the developers are going to host a live stream where fans can expect new quality of life updates and information about season 2, Season of Blood, Diablo. So Elon, if Elon Musk happens to be watching this right now, I just wanted to let you know that, something is coming up on October 4th and you're welcome for the heads up. And anybody else. Yeah. All right. And then in a little bit of lighter news, so let's switch gears from the dark side of Diablo. Let's go into Happy Pokemon. And Pokemon, no thanks. Pokemon partners with the Van Gogh Museum for an adorable TCG, which is a trading card game art collab. So here we can see Vincent van Gogh in his style and Pikachu with Vincent van Gogh's hat. This is so freaking cute. I wish that I was in Amsterdam and I could go get one myself, but I'm kind of far away. If any of you are in Amsterdam and you got your hands on one, please send it one to me. I will pay you for it because I don't want to go on eBay because here's what happened. So the day of, all of these scalpers got a hold of all of these little Pokemon cards, and they're obviously their plan is probably to make as much money as they can. So it's totally unfair. People were going, as you can see right here, absolutely fucking ape shit. And so the whole thing was this huge shit show debacle. And so basically the museum came out and they were like, "Okay, you guys, settle down. We're going to limit your purchases after the scalpers cause chaos on opening day." So at least they're doing something about it, but still doesn't change the fact that some of these scalpers just got their hands on way too many. By the way, you guys, in my chat, I can see Leslie, you are watching. Let's go. Yes, Leslie, let's go. I love you. And Solana Made Simple says, "Hey, Erica. Hey, what's up? Thank you for watching as well." These are coming in from YouTube. So Twitch and YouTube, if you guys want to chat, I'll feature you. It's Vivid Gaming GG. And if you're on Twitter, I don't think that you can chat, but I still love you. All right. And then moving right along with Pokemon, I saw on Walmart. I'm not a huge fan of Walmart. I'm sorry, but Pokemon has a trading card classic game with 3 decks and 60 cards per deck. So if you are a big Pokemon, you might want to put this on your Christmas list, which is coming up soon. But it's $400. You guys, is it worth it? I never really got into playing Pokemon. My son, he actually wanted Pokemon cards for his birthday, and I was like, "Hey, take a look at this," and he was like, $400. And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What do you think?" And he was like, "Well, I really actually don't want to play with my cards. He wants to keep them nice in the binder that we got for him." So yeah, he's like, "No, no, it's okay. It's all good. $400 is way too much." But for any diehard Pokemon fan, it might be right up your alley. Heading into Walmart, we can't miss the biggest thing to happen to NFTs since ever, right? Pretty much. Like just a true like underdog story. got bought up and they're now in Walmart. So we've got these adorable freaking pudgy little penguins in 2,000 Walmart stores. There wasn't a Walmart towards me, so I actually went onto their website and I bought one because I figured that would be better than getting on Amazon because you're cutting out the middleman. So he's in the mail. I can't wait to get him. I'm gonna like put him on my desk and I cannot wait. So this is a huge win for the entire space. I am so proud of the whole entire Pudgy Penguins team, and I'm so happy for you guys. And I have FOMO. Like I want one now. I actually ordered this one. This one with a little bear hat. He's so freaking cute. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh. So you guys can take a look at that. If by chance you have not heard of that, then yeah, check it out. It's a great story. It's one of those like feel good stories. And I really don't have a good segue into this, but Mr. Beast, this looks like something from like, I don't even know. I think it looks like something from Saw. So I am personally, I'm out. But would you spend 100 days in this room with a random stranger for $500,000? The door is unlocked. And if you leave one day before day 100, you both lose. Would you do this? I don't think I would. Look at this room. It's first of all, it's kind of crazy looking. It's very institutional looking. You've got a little bed, a place to put your stuff. There is a bathroom, so I'm assuming that you don't have to like sit and smell yourself for like 100 days and you're whoever the hell you're in there with, right? It's got a little kitchen, but I mean, is there's like a double-sided mirror. I mean, honestly, like sometimes people do things and then they don't realize like the psychological effects. Like this looks like it could cause some serious psychological effects. I don't know. I'm out. $500,000 is a lot of money, but I'm just going to take my chances on shit coins. So we'll see, right? We'll see how that pans out. Okay, going into a little bit of tech news, ChatGPT can now browse the internet and is no longer limited to information up to 2021. That is big, but you have to subscribe to their Plus or Enterprise accounts. Here we can see the I can't remember what these are called, like notes where people keep the posters in check. So that is exciting because I mean, 2021, like we all know, a lot can happen in even a year, but to be able to browse the internet. I don't know how it browses the internet and validates its sources. So that's definitely something that I would be curious on, but I'm sure that they've got that all figured out. All right, moving along to more AI news. Amazon to invest up to 4 billion in AI startup Anthropic. I thought that was pretty big because they're going to possibly invest 4 billion into Anthropic, not Anthropic, as the e-commerce group sets up its rivalry against Microsoft, Meta, Google, and Nvidia in the fast-growing sector that many technologists believe could be the next great frontier. Yeah, do you think? So they're like, okay, giddy up, let's invest a shitload of money and let's get caught up because everybody else is doing really big things in AI, such as Meta, who we see here. They announced that they are going to be putting out this really kick-ass pair of Ray-Bans that you can actually stream from. So I mean, they don't look like, like the huge ass VR goggles. They're like actual legit Ray-Bans. They've got these little things on the side of them. You can stream. So they're going to be $299, available October 17th. And I like them. I think they're cool. Like there are some people who want to put their whole entire life online, and then there's others who maybe just want to like capture some cool points in time, right? And so I think that they definitely have utility, but I don't think that streaming from them is the coolest feature that they have. I was diving a little bit deeper into them, and I actually think the coolest thing about them is that as you're out in the world, you're looking at, let's say you're on vacation, let's say you're in Paris, and you're looking at a landmark and you're like, hey, I don't know what the Meta's AI is named, but hey, AI, tell me more about this. And it's literally going to tell you more about it. And you can do that with anything. You can see like your sink is leaking. So help me to fix my sink. So it has so much utility. Like think about being able to bring your whole entire computer with you, but it's in your glasses. You can talk to it. It talks back to you through these speakers, by the way, which you can also listen to music on, but it's talking to you in a way that only you can hear it, and it's not like broadcasting to everybody. And so they've got a lot of technology packed into these lenses. I think that these are going to be on a lot of people's Christmas lists or holiday lists, whatever, however the hell you want to say it. But I can see them being really, really big for this holiday season. But of course, it is Meta. And we all know that Meta are the piracy of privacy. Privacy. They take all your data, right? They take it, they sell it, they do whatever with it. So it's not friendly, but I mean, is it worth it? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's worth it to sacrifice your data and what you're looking at and searching for and everything like that? I really want to be able to see the clause for like the data clause. I'm really interested to see that. So by the way, Zuckerberg, you can see him down here. He was talking about that. So we've got the arch nemesis of Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. Okay, so by the way, Elon, he said that he was going to be streaming. Like X, if you guys are not streaming on X, you need to be streaming on X. I've had so many people be like, "How do I do this?" I'm going to put together a tutorial. It's on my to-do list, which by the way does have like about 5,000 other things, so it might not be tomorrow, but it is on my list to help other people go live on X because this is the thing. Like Elon actually made it a priority. So when you're looking on your phone, on mobile, when you're looking on your phone, it's the first thing that you see. It's in front of Spaces. He said he was going to stream Diablo, but Elon, again, if you're watching, where was your Diablo stream? I didn't even see it. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe you got busy. Maybe you were driving down to the border. I didn't actually watch all of that. I watched the first part. It cut out. But this is on my newsfeed because look at his shirt. It's got a little Easter egg. He was in a Dead Space t-shirt. Elon, you're a gamer. You need to be watching this. If anybody's got a contact to Elon, let him know that there is a new gaming show in town, the GG show. What up? What up? And okay, so with that, Elon, he's been saying that he's paying creators for their good content. We've already seen that everybody's posting like how much they're getting and all of that. But Reddit is actually going to be doing the same thing. So Elon started this whole entire thing. Reddit will now stop paying you real money for good posts. Okay, this is kind of funny, I thought, how they worded it. They're like, now eligible users will be able to convert their Reddit gold and karma into fiat currency. No, not crypto. Okay, you're not offending anybody there. Like crypto is actually better than money because most of it is deflationary. Okay, thank you. No offense, because like whatever. Your argument doesn't have any legs to stand on. Like nice diss, but no, not diss. Anyway, so if you are on Reddit and you're good at writing threads and you're good at farming that content, karma is basically what it's called on Reddit, then that could be another opportunity for you to get into that. By the way, Leslie, if you're still watching, we need to get a Reddit account. Yeah, so that would be awesome. Get G Media on Reddit. Okay, now we're gonna go a little bit more into the tech news and gaming. Okay, so iPhone 15 Pro is out, and at first I was like, no, like I'm cool. My iPhone, it's good. Like I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna waste my money on a new phone. But then I saw this. Okay, so the new iPhone Pro 15 actually has really, really good gaming capabilities. So Resident Evil, if you like you can do on this. And the gaming is just it's freaking amplified. Like they're talking about you'll be able to play I think like Minecraft on it. And so it seems like they're really catering to people to be able to play some really kick-ass games. And so now I'm like second guessing like, damn dude, do I want this phone? I really do want it. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm curious to see what other games are going to come out and be like, yes, we're optimized for iPhone 15 Pro, because it's not like you can just put this on another iPhone. It's like it's not going to work the same. Maybe not work at all. You might actually have to have 15 Pro. So we'll see. That's coming up in October 30th. All right. And then just getting into some gaming news, some quick wrap ups, some good feel good stories, Stardew Valley, Cult Classic, 1.6 update to bring new festivals, 8-player, multiplayer, and more. It's been a while since I've played Stardew Valley, and I did not know that you could play multiplayer on it, I guess. Maybe like I'm super out of the loop, but has that always been a thing? But 8-player multiplayer, that's pretty cool. And then we basically just got some wrap ups here. Again, these are going to be linked in a super news thread that I'll put out shortly here. So we've got some of the newer games that are coming up as we are on the cusp of October, which is what, tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow is October 1st. So we've got some of those games. The biggest game releases of October. Look at the Mario, Spider-Man, like that's a hype one. I'm holding out for Assassin's Creed Mirage. This is really like one of the only games that I'm super excited about. Detective Pikachu. I thought that was a real picture. That's crazy. Graphics are getting so good. Forza Motorsport, Batman, Lords of the Fallen, Sonic Superstars. I'm sure my kids are going to ask for that one, but that's cool because I used to play that too. Aw, that's amazing. Another article on that. And then a little bit of nostalgia. The Crash Team Rumble free trial is out live until October 2nd. If you played Crash Bandicoot, that is one of my favorite games from a blast in the past. So had to throw that in there. And then as we are getting towards the end of the year, we've got voting for the Golden Joystick Awards is now live. So you can see some of the games that Games Radar says are going to be like the best games of the year. So definitely check that out. And I don't know, like gaming award shows are really exciting. I know that no Web3 games are on here, but we did have Web3 award shows last year and it was a blast. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to see like what's on the award shows this year. I am sure that the people that put out those award shows are doing it again this year, and I just absolutely cannot wait. Oh, and then just a couple other really small things. We'll be done with the news. PlayStation, Jim Ryan, I think he's been with the company for almost 20 years, but he announces that he is going to retire and he helped to build PlayStation for what it was. And so, it's kind of sad to see him go, but everybody deserves to retire. So I'm glad that he's actually going to be doing that. And then the last thing, which is super duper sad, is rest in peace to Michael Gambon. Obviously, he's well known for playing his role of Dumbledore in Harry Potter. So rest in peace, rest in paradise, and yeah. Sorry to end it on a sad note, but that is the news. Let's go ahead and get into all right. Okay, there we go. I just realized, you guys, I wasn't sharing my screen for that whole entire thing. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Okay, first show, rookie mistake. Hey, Tropic Vibes, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Well, at least we'll have some images for the data. The first thing that I want to go over is, dang, I can't believe I messed that up. Like, I practiced so hard today. Okay, oh well, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. But next time when I do the news, you guys, I will show the actual articles. I'm really sorry about that. But anyway, let's get into this. So this is some of the big funding that happened in September. These are Web3 games. So the first one that I wanted to point out is Games. They are X Pokestarter. They are one of the first games that I actually interviewed on Unchained Gaming. And so I love this team so much. I am so happy for them. They raised $2 million. You guys check out their platform. It is so cool. Basically, you make a free account. You can read game reviews. You can do quests for in-game items and to win things. You can connect with other players. You can see who's streaming. It's just a really good resource for Web3 gaming. The next one raised 8 million. Games Phylos Studio. So they're building this game called Age of Dino. It actually looks really cool. I don't know if you happen to get the free NFT, but I actually missed it. So boo hoo. But yeah, it looks pretty cool and they raised a lot. So I'm definitely going to keep this game on my radar. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot out about it right now, but dinosaur games are pretty cool. And then we've got Mochaverse, $20 million. Mochaverse, of course, is the membership NFT collection from Animoca Brands, and they're doing some amazing things. We've got Mythic Protocol, so they actually have a lot of things in their ecosystem, but the game that they are building is sorry, I have to scroll a little bit. Hold on one second. Let's go into reader mode. There we go. Yeah, so they've got a lot of things under their ecosystem, but Rift Storm is the game. So it's a top-down co-op. It actually, I think it looks really cool. Like, I'm not a super big fan of like MOBA games. They're fun, but I suck at them. That's why I'm not a fan. I'm a sore loser. But this one actually looks really fun. So another one to keep on your radar. And then lastly, we have Proof of Play. 33 million. You guys, a lot of money was raised in September. So even with all of this like epic layoffs and everything like that, there's still a lot of money coming in to Web3, which is freaking amazing. Proof of Play, they are best known for Pirate Nation, which is awesome. I love this little game. I got introduced to it last week. I was streaming it and it's a fun little game. So that wraps up the funding. Let's go ahead and let's look at some data. So there is a lot of opinions in Web3. So I wanted to make sure that we highlight some of the data, right? So let's look at some of this. So these are, excuse me, according to DApp Radar, these are some of the top blockchain games. And this is the last 7 days. It's based upon the number of unique active wallets. So it covers all of the chains. So Farmers World, it says, is number 1. And then we've got Sweat Economy. I actually just interviewed them at Permissionless. They're doing some really cool stuff. They have a lot of users. It's actually crazy, like 140 million or something like that. D-Mail Network, I've never really heard of that. Alien World, sorry, D-Mail Network. I didn't mean to I didn't mean to offend you. Hopefully nobody from the team is watching. I just haven't heard of that. And so this is another reason why I wanted to go over some of this data and analytics, is because it can really like make you see like some projects that are new you may not have heard of. And then Indie GG, Second Life, Play Ember, Splinterlands, and Superwalk. So we've got a couple of exercise ones on there. People are trying to get fit. In Web 2, the top weekly sellers for this past week, Counter-Strike 2, it's not really a sale because it's free to play, but they did sort of a stealth launch. And so they put out a video, and then at the end, it's like, available now. And everyone's like, ah. And people are like opening these loot boxes and like getting knives. Like I saw Bryson got on his birthday, like happy late birthday, Bryson, but he got this like kick-ass knife, and he was the video was really funny. Like he was so excited about it. So people were playing that. I think at one point in time when I looked at the day it launched, it had over 1 million concurrent players. Like it's not a small thing. Like that's just absolutely freaking insane. Of course, we've got Cyberpunk 2020, got some soccer. Payday 3, Baldur's Gate is still holding on. Like people absolutely love this game, but it's overwhelmingly positive reviews. I don't know what the hell Party Animals is. It looks like a kid game, but who knows? And then spooky Resident Evil 4. By the way, just to plug a little bit, right after this stream, I'm going to start my spooky streams for October. I'm going to play this really scary game called Soma. According to people on Reddit, it's like one of the scariest games. I've never played it. So please don't make me stream it alone because it's going to be really scary. So definitely tune into that after this. All right. And then getting into a little bit more, we've got some of the top games on Google Play for this past week. Real car driving. I didn't see anything Web3 on here. Nothing really looks like that exciting. Actually, Next Spots and Backrooms, Sandbox. But I don't know if that's like the sandbox. I don't think it is. Okay. And then on the iPhone store, nothing really too exciting on here, in my opinion, besides like Monster Hunter, Genshin Impact 3rd anniversary. And then now we've got the tokens. So these are the top tokens by market cap. Okay. We've got Immutable X, The Sandbox, Axie Infinity, Decentraland. Like these are just the ones that I feel like have been on the top for a long time. Gala Games, Illuvium, really solid. Stepin, Merit Circle. We've got Treasure DAO, Vulcan Forged. And so these are some of the top tokens right now. None of this is financial advice. That's not why I'm showing it. I'm showing it to you guys because we don't see a lot of shows where they actually go over the numbers and the analytics. Okay. Monthly active games by chain, BNB chain is number one, followed by Ethereum, which I was actually a little bit surprised. Like I thought it was going to be Polygon, but it's not. Polygon is third, followed by Wax and Avalanche, Arbitrum, and there's 54 more. I have heard of a lot of these, but some of them I haven't heard of. Like Base, obviously, Tron, Chronos, Near, Phantom. Yeah, so that was really interesting, I thought. And let's go over just a couple of the top games on each of these individual chains, the big chains. Ethereum, we've got Sorare, The Sandbox, and Rec League. On Polygon, we've got Ultimate Champion, Sunflower Land, and Planet Mojo. Planet Mojo is really fun, by the way. I like it a lot. On BNB, Second Life, Ultimate Champions, and Tiny World. On Arbitrum, The Beacon, Real Inverse, and Tales of Ilaria. And on Polygon, I could only do this for one single day. So just keep that in mind. It's not a week of data. IndieGG, Sunflower Land, and Jump Trade. And then we've got Avalanche with Monsteria, Snail Trail Game, and Chicken. I'll have to look. I've never heard of that one before. And then on Sue, we've got Arcade Champion, Hyperspace, and Clutchy. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap up the analytics portion of the show. Next, we're going to go into Discovery. Okay, let me get my list together. So I have got this list of about, it's literally like almost 800 games. It's huge. I've been adding to this list since I started on chain gaming back in February 2022. So I've got this whole ass list of games and I've never really known what to do with it besides like try to keep track of all of them, but it's just become so impossible. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go through this list. I'm going to pick like maybe 3 of them at random and we're going to see A, if it's a blockchain game, did I add it correctly? B, are they still building? And C, is it something that looks promising? Like, do we want to play it? So this is how we're going to find gems. Like it's impossible to keep up with this list of 800 games. And I know that there's like so many more. It's just insane. So let's pick a couple of them at random. I don't have like all of them on a big wheelie thing because I can't export this, unfortunately. So we're going to start with Rumble Racing Star. We're going to do, what is this one? Geopoly. And let's go further down a little bit. And Crazy Kings. All right. Rumble Racing Star. Official account joined January 2023. So it's actually pretty new. It looks like August 21st. Okay, so they did actually release something 8 hours ago, so they are still building. The Rumble Racing Star open beta is coming very soon. Okay, so what does it entail? Oh, yes, yes, I have seen this one. I have seen it. It looks actually pretty cool. Yes, I have seen that. Okay, for me, this game looks fun. I'm a huge fan of Mario Kart. The graphics look good. It looks hella fun. Anything where you can be super competitive like that, thumbs up from me. What do you guys think? Are you going to be playing it? Are you going to be racing your little penguin in the crashing into giant dinosaurs and giant strawberries and chickens? I don't know. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. All right, so that one is a go. By the way, as I go through these, I am going to put them on a different list. And so that way we don't hopefully get caught with the same games twice on this part of the show. All right. Second, we've got Geopoly. So Geopoly is an NFT based economic simulator. Let's see, since 2021. Okay, they did release on September 4th, so they are still building. They've got a contest going on Zeely. All right, so that's cool. They've got some NFTs, but what is the game? This might show us. Kinda reminds me of, like, Upland, maybe? Looks like some sort of a simulation game. Super hot dogs. Okay, okay. Let's see, let's go to their website. By the way, you guys, these games are not goated, they are totally random, so please, 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 if you are going to look into them, especially if you're gonna download them, oh, that's their Telegram. Especially if you're gonna download them, like, look into it, okay? I'm not vetting these, we're just looking through them just to see, like, what is going on, we're trying to find some gems in the space. Alright, the largest capitalist metaverse in the world. Oh, they're mobile, okay, alright, that's cool. They've got a token, allows users to rent, buy, upgrade, and sell real life businesses all around the world. There's another game that's like that, but I can't remember exactly what it is. It's actually on my phone. Let me look. It is Neapolis. It reminds me a lot of Neapolis, actually. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but all right. So yeah, their building looks cool. If you like simulation games, especially on mobile, you might want to check that one out. And then last, we've got Crazy Kings. I like the animation style, first of all. Joined September 2014. Okay, that is really early. Sometimes that is a red flag because it means they bought an account, but we'll see. It looks like they are still active. The Mooncake Invasion is here. Let's see. It doesn't really say a whole lot about what it is though. So the Beastly Bedlam, it definitely has really good animation. I like the animation and the illustration style. But what is it? What are you? Is it a versus tower AMA? Let's see if we can go to their website and find out a little bit more because it definitely looks like something that we should check out. Okay, never mind. All right. Well, that's not a good sign. Okay, so what are you guys? So first of all, to any other games out there, you guys put something in your bio that says what the hell kind of game it is. I'm not going to look further into this because it doesn't say what it is in its bio. The link is broken. This I would give it a thumbs up because I really like what they're doing with their art, but thumbs down because dude, you guys need to get on your shit. Like what is going on here? Put what kind of a game it is. Like, is it a trading card game? Is it a MOBA? Is it a RPG? And then a little bit about the game. So sorry, Crazy Kings, but y'all need to do better. Geopoly and Rumble Racing Star, of those ones, I would probably play Rumble Racing Star. That is going to take the cake for me this time. So what do you guys think? Like, which one of those three would you want to play? So yeah, I think this one looks really fun. That one is going to take the cake for me. All right, you guys. I went a little bit over. I'm going to try to keep it to about 30 minutes. There was just so much damn news. There was even more that I had to cut, but that is the show. So I really wanted to thank you guys for coming. Thanks for those of you who are chatting to me on YouTube and Twitch. And I even saw a couple chats on X. Thank you so much. I'm going to be doing this every single Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing the news, we're going to be looking at data, and we're going to be looking at discovering some Web3 games. You guys let me know in the comments if there's any news that I missed. I'll definitely add it into my list. And if there are any games that you want me to add to my giant ass list of games, please link their at on Twitter. Don't hashtag it because I can't find anything about them. Can't add it that way. Put their at and I'll add it to my list and maybe we'll feature them on the show. Until then, you guys, I hope that you guys have a wonderful night. Thanks again so much. Have a great rest of your weekend and we are out. Peace.